Mr. Brown, who's on here on behalf of Federal National Mortgage Association. Mr. Brown, Ms. Milner, is my understanding that this was heard in magistrate court, and this is a request for appeal. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor. This is a petition for review from a dispossessory judgment. She was a tenant at sufferance post foreclosure.
All right. So, Ms. Milner, tell me what's going on.
By the way, this chick is a mental or has way too many mushrooms.
Judge, well, this is a case of land rights, tribal law, and treaties.
No, ma'am. No.
And I would just like to say that I'm a tribal member, part of the Cash Box Trust Tribe.
No, ma'am.
Government.
No, ma'am. We're not doing that.
And American Indian landowner.
No, ma'am. So we're not doing all that. So this is a simple eviction. So you can tell me how much was owed, how much you paid, whether there's anything to that allowed you to stay in the property, or whether there's money owed to you. I don't do the whole trust, tribe, all of that, because that's not what we do.
Well, that's what this is in regards to.
Well, then, ma'am, that's not what we're doing here. I would either have to transfer you to a tribal court, which I don't know of one exists for you, or for superior court, because this involves a foreclosure. Essentially, he bought the house through a foreclosure. You were a tenant in the house at the time, or you owned the house and he bought it under the foreclosure. And then it was whether you get to stay in the house and pay rent, or whether you're going to be evicted. Am I clear, Mr. Brown?
Yes, Your Honor. And
right. Because I don't deal with I went to law school for 3 years, have practiced law for over 30 years, have been a judge for over 12 years. I don't do the trust stuff, because that's some arcane, esoteric stuff that you all believe that we don't follow here in the judicial system.
I understand. Well, I would also like to say that I'm not here to handle any of my private affairs in the public.
Okay, so I'm not sure what that means. You asked for the appeal.
Yes, and as I was stating, I'm a tribal member, part of the Trust Tribe, also an Indian American landowner. So this case is in regards to trust and tribal land.
So the property, the foreclosure is on a house on tribal land?
Correct.
Which tribe?
I'm sorry?
Which tribe?
The Ebony Union tribe.
No, sir. I don't know of that tribe, ma'am. So we
yes, and all the documentation had been put on file as well.
Okay.
Post foreclosure.
I got all that, but here's the thing. So I'm gonna explain you one more time. Whoever's in the background or their Miller tribe, not sure who that is. I'm gonna have to meet them. Because you're the one who's listed on the. You're the one who's listed on this case. So I can't hear from all of that. So here's the thing. Like I said, I've explained to you that if somebody purchases a home through foreclosure, then the people who were owners of the home or buying the home have two options. They can leave, or they can be treated as tenants in the home. And in this case, it appears that Mr. Brown's client sought to evict you, and now you are asking for a review of that. So in my role in this court, I can go through the case as if it was never heard in magistrate court. But what I will tell you is I'm going to ask very specific questions. I'm going to follow the law under the state of Georgia with respect to landlord tenant. And if you're not able to provide me that information, then I'm going to determine that you're not able to prosecute the case in the way that it needs to be, and I'll dismiss it for want of prosecution.
Well, again, American tribal landowner, so those laws that you may speak of don't apply to me.
No. Well then, okay, I'm going to dismiss your appeal for want of prosecution. The court does not have jurisdiction over American tribal land, nor is there a designation of this property being a tribal land. So at this point, the court is going to dismiss this for want of prosecution. Thank you.
The Emperor is not as forgiving as I am.
All right, you entered a plea of no contest on April 25th. there was sufficient evidence to find you guilty. The court ordered a PSI. According to the plea bargain agreement, there's no application for deferred adjudication. The state opposes your application for community supervision. Punishment is to be assessed at 3 years in the prison. It's to run concurrent with County Court Cause number 689077. And they will take into consideration County Court Cause number 699697. And the offense is unlawfully carrying a weapon with a felony conviction. All right, have both parties had a chance to review the PSI report, State?
Yes, sir.
Defense? Any objections to the PSI report, State?
No, Judge.
Defense?
No, yeah.
All right, State, do you have any witnesses?
No, Your Honor.
Defense, do you have any witnesses?
Yes, I'd like to have the defendant speak, and I would like to speak on his behalf.
All right, can you raise your right hand? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, you can lower your hand, state your name for the record.
Michael Williams.
You're gonna have to speak up.
Michael Williams.
All right, defense?
Okay. Michael, you know that you weren't supposed to be carrying a gun because of a prior conviction?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And what actually happened? You were on your way home from somewhere?
I was on my way home from my aunt's house and I ran into a female friend of mine. It was New Year.
Were you walking from your mother's house or from your aunt's house?
Yes, sir.
Okay. You went into a friend, a lady, a woman?
Mm-hmm. And she asked me to check her firearm for her because she was getting ready to go. I guess she was going to go sell it.
She's going to what?
I guess she was going to go sell her firearm and she didn't know if it worked or not.
Okay.
So I checked it for her.
So was it loaded already?
Yes.
Okay, so how did you check it then?
I shot it in the air.
You what?
I shot it.
Shot it in the air. Okay, and that was the basis for your arrest?
The base for my arrest was, okay, so she had to leave and go to her parents' home. I was gonna take her firearm to the house for me and hold it for her. So the officer stopped me. Someone had called in the shot. The officer stopped me and told me he got a call. And he got me with unlawful carry.
What do you mean, that the police had gotten a call about somebody firing a firearm?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And so he stopped you and you had the gun on you still?
Yes, sir.
From the lady that you had met?
Yes, sir.
Friend? Okay. All right, so you had you were gonna hold it for her?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
She got
All right.
that to me.
All right. Yeah, I'd like you to consider this and from the fact that there wasn't that much malice in his carrying this. It was something that he hadn't expected.
Oh, just 1 second. State, do you have any questions?
Let's see, okay.
State, any questions?
Yes, sir. Is it true that you were on probation for burglary of a vehicle sniping from his home?
Yes, sir.
And is it also true that you never reported the probation for that offense?
I had complications reporting. I did try to report, but I had problems with my phone and Zoom.
Did you have to go in person?
No, sir. I did call and make an appointment, but I didn't make it.
No further than state.
All right, any further questions, counsel?
And no further questions. I'd just like to speak on his behalf.
Yes.
Okay, I'd like to consider in the PSI where it shows that his upbringing was a problem. He had no help from his father. He was brought up by his aunt and his mother, but he had a lot of psychological problems and depression. And he only went through halfway through school. And then he was not very employable. So the last 7 years he'd been unemployed. And I think that idleness also set the scene for his drug addiction and alcohol. But he quit the alcohol in 2014, but he continued on some other drugs, and he hasn't had those in the last 6 months.
All right, just 1 second, counsel. Mr. Williams, I'm going to give you a choice. Here's your choice. I can give you probation, but you're going into inpatient treatment, or either I will sentence you to 2 years in prison. Now, they say that you have mental health issues and that they're recommending MyOff. MyOff is inpatient. Now, you can go to prison for 2 years, do your time, you're done, or either you can be on probation out of this court.
Recommend you go probation.
Well, no, counsel, this is what I would always tell my clients. I'm not the person who's going to be doing probation. He will. And he knows better than I do, better than you, and better than anyone else, whether or not he can successfully complete probation. So far, what I've seen in his history, he cannot complete probation. But I understand that there are mental health issues going on because in the possession case for his previous conviction, I saw that there was a transfer to MyOff. And then he ended up failing that and ended up going to prison. So you know yourself better than I do, better than your attorney does. Deputy Laura always tells everybody probation in this court is not easy. So your choice is, and there are only two choices. One, I can send you to prison, or two, you're going in inpatient treatment and you're going in MyOff. Either way, you're not going home today. So which do you choose?
I would say, due to my current addiction, I was on heroin. I would say I need an inpatient. I would like to take the probation.
Okay. All right, the court is going to sentence you to 3 years in the prison, suspended and probated for 8 years. There's to be regular reporting by Zoom or in person, the UA hotline. We can do a referral to felony drug court. That will be in custody. If he's not accepted in custody, I see here that they're recommending MyOff. That's what they have in there, that he's eligible for MyOff. So if not felony drug court, then MyOff. And then if MyOff is not going to, if felony drug court doesn't accept him and MyOff doesn't accept him, then we'll do SafeP. Proof of employment or SSI within 45 days of release. There's to be no employment as a home health care provider or with minors. Field visits 1 time per month until further notice. 200 hours of community service restitution. Do you have any children?
Yes, ma'am.
What are their ages?
14, 13, and 11.
Are you in their life at all?
Not at this time.
That's either yes or no. Have you been an upstanding father in their life, someone they can look up to?
I have. Not
How?
recently, but I have.
All right, there's going to be parenting classes. This to run concurrent with County Court Cause number 6890077, taking consideration 6996997. And then there will be the UA hotline. Counsel, you're hitting the microphone.
Hold on, sorry.
The UA hotline until further notice. Probation, is there anything else he needs? Is there anything else you need for me to be successful? I'm sorry?
No, ma'am.
All right, and so the MyOff, the felony drug court, and SafeP, that's to be done in custody.
John, I think he's going to need a lot of help with getting employment. He hasn't had any, and he has his psychological problems as well. So
When's the last time you had employment?
2008.
All right, so you haven't really been supporting your children. All right, and with regards to employment, there's to be no employment as a home health care provider or with minors. If you're planning to be in your children's life and be someone they can be proud of, you're going to have to do better. If you're not going to be in their life on a permanent basis and just breeze in and breeze out, then you need not be around them. You understand? Showing you what's entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal. Mr. Alexander, could you pass that to him? Did you sign that? Did you review that with your attorney and did you understand it?
Yes, Your Honor.
Because this is a plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement, and because you waived your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Because this is a felony conviction, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. If you have a question over what a weapon or ammunition is, you'll need to speak to an attorney. Do you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Good luck to you.
All right, thank you.
You're welcome.
I do hope you liked that selection of cases here on Off the Record. If you did, then please leave us a like, and even better, if you are new, please subscribe, and I'll do my best to keep whoever you're watching my channel with entertained. so at least it will take their mind off being hungry. And if you are looking for another episode that has all the boring stuff cut out and gives you just the good stuff, then here a couple that may interest you. Enjoy.